Hello! You already know how to create ordered and unordered lists in HTML. In CSS, it's possible to change the look of lists according to your needs. In this lesson, we will discuss how to work with these three properties: list style type, list style image, and list style position. Please note that all these properties start with the phrase list style, meaning these properties are used to change the look of lists. Let's talk about them in more detail. As you remember, there are two types of lists. The unordered lists are marked as UL. As an example of this list type, we can use this list of preferred sports. The second type is the ordered list, which is marked as OL. For example, if this summer you're going to Paris, then to Rome, and then you're going to visit Sri Lanka, you can combine these items into one list called Places I Want to Visit This Summer. For both of these list types, we can use the property list style type. First, let's figure out how list style type works for the UL list. This property allows us to change the look of the list item marker, meaning the little bullets that are placed next to the text. You can use the following values. Disk, this is the default value, also circle and square. If you don't want any markers, you can set the value to none. You can use list style type with the ordered list as well. In this table, you can see different styles of formatting and their corresponding values. In fact, there are many more variations. You can easily find them on the internet. You can actually set your own picture as the marker by using list style image property. You need to specify the link to your picture using URL as it is shown in this example here. An image can be set for both types of lists. As a result, we get the following. Now let's discuss the last property, list style position. You can see two similar texts on the screen. Each contains three proverbs. When in Rome, do as Romans do. A picture is worth 1,000 words. All things are difficult before they are easy. Take a better look at them. Can you tell the difference? Let's draw a line through the first letters of each of them. Now you can clearly see that in the first case the markers are placed outside the line apart from the text. And in the second case, the markers are inside, right with the text. So this way, we can adjust the position of markers in relation to the text. And we can do this by using the property list style position. This property has two values: outside, to place the markers outside the line, and inside, to place the markers on the inside. And now, let's look how the properties we just learned work in practice. We can see the HTML page with two lists. One is unordered and another is ordered. Each list has a heading. This is how this page is displayed in the browser. There is a marker before each list item. In the unordered list, they look like little black dots, while in the case of the ordered list, they are numbers. But these markers can be easily changed. To do it, let's add list style type with the value disk to the unordered list UL. But if we refresh the page, we will see that absolutely nothing has changed. Why? Because by default all unordered lists are affected by the property list style type with the value disk. It means that this property will work even if we don't write it. But as soon as we replace disk with circle, we will see the difference. As you can see, now our black dots become little empty circles. And if we specify the value square, they will look like black squares. Moreover, we can specify none. And then we won't have any markers at all. Ordered lists also have this property, list style type. But the values of this property are a bit different. By default, all ordered lists have the value decimal. As you can see, nothing changes. But apart from this value, there are also a lot of other values. For example, lower alpha, little Latin characters. There's also the value upper alpha. It is used for capital Latin characters. Also, I can specify, for example, upper Roman, Roman numbers. Like that. There are also a lot of different values for this property for ordered lists. And as I previously said, all these values can be easily found on the internet. There's also the property called list style image, which works with both types of lists. As the value, we write URL, and in the parentheses, we specify the path to the image which will be used as marker. I already downloaded the image and placed it in the folder img and called it world.png. So let's write the path to it. To do it, we need to exit the CSS folder, because of our styles.css is stored in CSS. So we exit CSS, open img, and look for world.png. Let's see how it will work. Here, as you can see, now we have the image instead of the marker. If I want to make the same for the ordered list, we will see that everything works fine. On top of that, we discussed the property list style position. To see it in work, we need to add some text to our list items. For example, we can use some dummy text. Lorem ipsum, right? Let's do it for each list item. Let's save it. Now you can see that the image is placed outside the text and the whole text is lined up. It happens because by default all lists are affected by the value list style position outside. Here. But if you write inside, we will immediately see the difference. Our markers became part of the text, and the text stays in the same line with the markers. That's it for now. See you in the next videos.